You don't need an army to propel change. Just ask the Business Courier's Fast 55 honorees. On the Courier front page centerpiece this week, firms are on the move. 55 Cincinnati companies running laps around the competition. The Courier's annual Fast 55 luncheon was Thursday at the Jack Casino. The event recognizes the region's fastest growing private companies. Aside from showing some astonishing revenue growth, all of this year's honorees are making innovations in their fields and doing it without the budgets or battalions to match. True Choice Pack, for example, employs just 7 people, but it's on a mission to help some of the biggest companies in the world be more green. And home remodeler Riley & Reese is seeing an explosion in business. That company has grown revenue by 354% since 2016, despite never spending a dime on advertising. Owner Dan Lauderber says it's a word-of-mouth business. He started 10 years ago, just as the country was trying to dig out from the Great Recession. Dan joins us this morning to talk about being a Fast 55 honoree. He's with Business Courier publisher Jamie Smith in the studio.
Thanks, Kelly. Dan, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the honor.
We appreciate it.
You know, it's so cool to recognize companies like your own that have so much growth. Talk a little bit about, you said you started after the recession. Talk about how you started the business.
I was involved with a real estate investment company with a partner, and when the recession hit, the banks seized up lending, so my natural instinct was to go and start another business. So it was a pretty good transition into home remodeling because I had learned so much with the properties, so I just started it up and went from there.
Yeah. What viewers may not know is not only have you grown, that growth is over 3 years. So you've sustained growth over the last 3 years. What are the barriers or obstacles you've seen, or how have you gotten around those to be so successful?
It really truly is. It sounds cliche because everyone says this, but it's about the people that work with me. I do hire at the core great people, and then sometimes you have to shift them to make sure that we're utilizing their attributes the best. So it's about flexibility, but really it comes down to treating them the way you want to be treated, and then in return, they treat our clients a certain way, which is what I expect.
You know, I mentioned from the podium the day of the awards, almost every honoree that got up and talked about their people. Mm-hmm. A lot of times when I'm talking to CEOs, they're also telling me how hard it is to find people. Have you had trouble finding the good staff that you have?
Yes, it's difficult, but I also pay well,
that makes a difference.
Which helps. So I think everybody knows that they're treated fairly, and I have a very family-oriented culture that we've built up. For me, I think everybody knows that if they have a problem, it's okay, we can fix it, and we kind of circle up and take care of each other. So,
well, I think beside the word people, I think passion and culture were the two other words used the most. Now, where do you go from here? What are your plans?
Actually, this year, but the first meeting that we had, a staff meeting when we came back from the break, was about not trying to explode too much more. We literally do turn down about as much as we take on. So, it's difficult to turn business down, but for me, it's about the process at this point. Scaling is quite complicated. Getting people to stick with the quality. The quality is everything. Communication's everything. We do very large remodels. So we've done them up to $1 million before, but most of them are between $100,000 and $500,000. We live with people for 6 to 9 months. Okay. We know them quite well. We know their animals. We know pretty much everything. So for us, it's about just taking care of people.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, congratulations again for your success. We look forward to following you as you go from here. And hopefully we'll see you again next June for the 2020 program.
Hopefully, yeah.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.